everyday life. So today I just got my pump off, um, and just enjoying life. So let's see, we got two people, it says, tuned in. As you guys come into this room, we're waiting on Squirrel Master to sign in. Hopefully he can make it today. He was trying yesterday, but he had some problems getting staples out from the surgery he had. So hopefully he'll be able to get signed in. Um, I'm not exactly, like I said, I'm not exactly sure how getting people on here as uh, invitee is going to work exactly. I'm still learning that, and it may still just be a process, but that's okay. Um, so as you come in, if you would put your name and where you're from, and let us know maybe even what the weather's like where you're at. Here today, it's warm. I'm looking out the window. It's a little cloudy, overcast, but it's definitely warming up around here. Our weather's a little goofy over here, and
Arizona's bipolar.
yeah, Arizona's bipolar. So we do have Terry over here today with the dogs. Everybody say hi. It is Hank's birthday today. Hank is a whopping 2 years old. Um, and we're going to have his little bingo birthday party tonight. So if you are able to at 5 o'clock Arizona time, come tune in. And we're working on getting that one all put together. And that may be also another trial and error. Sorry. It's just how it is because it's a learning process sometimes. So today, like I said, I got the pump off. I slept really well last night. Terry may have had a little part to do with that. She made me. She made me. She gave me one extra edible. Um, I pretty much was out and dead to the world until early this morning, where I finally got up to use the restroom, which I didn't even do before going to bed. Um, and then I came back to bed and slept some more. And so I'm a little bit more rested up, which is great. I was falling asleep yesterday around 7 o'clock in the evening. Um, Overall, I think this round of chemo went pretty well. It had a very strange side effect. The side effect was that I was hungry. Um, Last time on,
You'll keep weight on.
yeah, I should just focus her into the.
No.
She says she's not going to talk, but she always does, doesn't she? Uh, so yeah, the chemo had a really strange effect. I was getting nauseous here and there. Um, and what I found was helping with the nausea more than anything at all was eating. That's totally polar opposite of anything that normally with chemo that would happen. Normally, you get nauseous and you don't want to eat, and you get sick, and you just don't eat even more. I mean, granted, this is only the first round out of 12 rounds of chemo. And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm fighting stage 3 rectal cancer. And I'm on a
Without a rectum.
without a rectum because this is my third reoccurrence, basically, or second. That'd be second reoccurrence. Morning, Marty McFly. I like it. Um, so there's that. And if Squirrel Master gets here, there is a link in the description there for you to click on to get on. Um, so yeah, it's a really strange thing. I wonder. There's two things I wonder about this whole being hungry and on chemo and having been nauseous. Though I wonder if people aren't mistaking the nausea. And this could be totally off. I mean, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. But are we saying that we're nauseous and so we don't eat, we get more nauseous, we take drugs so that way we get rid of the nausea, then we're not hungry, and then we still don't eat?
That's weird though, because my nausea medications usually make me hungry.
No, see, and that's weird too because I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I just know that yesterday I was starving. I ate everything under the sun. Um, and the nausea when I'd eat, and this was yesterday and Monday. When I would eat, the nausea would actually just subside. It'd go away for about half an hour to an hour, and then I would need to eat a little bit more here and there. Um, I don't know. That is the weirdest thing. I hope it continues. Um, I hope that I mean I'll deal with a little bit of nausea if all that takes subsiding it is eating. Um, I'm trying to keep weight on as I go through chemo this go round. I I definitely want to try to stay healthy and keep a healthy weight so I can continue doing what I want to do. Um, you know, I just whatever. I don't know. Marty McFly says, "Man, I'm sorry you got to go and this going on in your life, brother. I wish you the only the best. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, but like I've said before, it just one of the trials of life we got to go through. So I'm not mad about it. I'm not happy about it, but I'm not mad about it. I don't cuss it. Um, I don't get belligerent about it. I just got to spread the word, let people know that you can do other stuff. You can go out and do stuff that you still like to do and love to do, and you should. Uh, I believe that what I'm going through is just uh, a moment in time that I can testify and show people what you can do and help encourage others. And hopefully that's helping, like I think it is, like a lot of you say it is. Um, you know, the Lord has a plan for all of us, and we don't always understand that plan, but we've also been told we're not supposed to question that plan. Um, and hey, who am I to question it? I have no idea what's actually going on in the grand scheme of things. But I do believe that I was put here to help others, and I've always in my life um, I've always wanted to help others. I've always tried to help others. Just something that I do, and I'm just going to continue on with this. It looks like so. That is that. Um, another, and I think this is a side effect, unless I burnt my tongue and don't remember. Um, Ever since doing the live on Monday, I actually started getting like tingling on my tongue. Um, and I asked today when we went and got the pump removed if that's something that it could be, and they said maybe. And talked to the provider. So next week when I go in, I think it's on Monday, I go in for uh, because it was my first chemo go round. I got to go in and see a provider. So we'll talk to them about that, check and see if it gets any worse than what it is right now. I know a lot of people can get mouth ulcers and stuff like that, and hopefully that's not what it is. But I definitely front of my tongue and a little bit on the roof of my mouth, maybe. I swear I feel something that like a tingling type of sensation. So, you know, you're gonna have side effects from chemo. Just how bad are they, and are we gonna let them knock us down, or are we gonna push through them and go do what we want to do? I don't like doing a lot with the pump on, just because you have the line going from port to the pump, and you can snag it on stuff. It just bothers some. um, but what I did do in the last couple of days is, as I was wearing that on Monday and Tuesday, I did a lot of sit down work, a lot of stuff I can do on my computer. um, Editing. I did some commercial work, um, stuff like that. I did just produce another commercial, if you didn't happen to see it, with Hank. uh, Give me your feedback on that if you would, please. I like feedback. Those are commercials. I post them on YouTube first, just see what kind of reaction I can get from people, and then they do go out on Google and Facebook and stuff like that. So if you have any comments on those, feel free to leave a comment. I'm not, and you won't hurt my feelings. So just go ahead and do that. I did not get out yesterday and hike. I wanted to, but I just kept getting hung up with the phone calls and like I said, the editing and the computer stuff I was doing. Today might happen. Depending on what time I get off the live here, and I'll go out, hike up to the challenge coin, and touch that because still, even just being right off of chemo, last time I didn't feel like I could do that. This time I feel like I can, and if I feel like I can, I should. Um, take the best moments while you can. So that's what I'll do. I don't know that Squirrel Master is going to get on today. I don't see him yet. I don't see him commenting yet, so I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully he's okay. I know he had trouble with the staples yesterday, getting them out, and hopefully he's doing well. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, there we got a message for those that can't keep up with the pace like Tony. Keep up the pace like Tony, which I can't. Don't beat yourself up. Mouth sore and neuropathy are common with oxyplatin and Fulfox. I got neuropathy in my hands and my feet. Yes, that was me last time, Kathy. I I'm not on Fulfox or oxyplatin this time. They've switched up my drugs, and it's not supposed to give me the neuropathy in my feet and hands again. Um, that neuropathy in your feet and hands is horrible. I know from experience. I still have from the knee down the neuropathy in my feet and my calves and legs. I do have still residual neuropathy in my back right here. I can stand under boiling hot water pretty much, and I don't feel it. There's a little bit on the top of my head where it's numb. Um, and this is 2.5 years later after having been off of that. I don't think I'm getting. I don't think I'm gonna get. Well, 2 years later, I guess the feeling back anytime soon. There's moments where it kind of subsides a little bit, where I just plain forget about it. Um, and yeah, you're not everybody's gonna keep up with me. I'm also uh, I'm outside of the box. I'm not your normal person. Um, I've also seen a different light. And what I mean by that is when I was in chemo the first time, and I've told this story before. Give me a sec here. I watched this older gentleman get up. Well, he was taking his chemo, and as soon as they disconnected him, he jumped up, ran out the cancer center, and I looked at him, looked at my wife, and I was like, I got to be like that. I got to quit feeling bad for myself. I gotta try to be more like that. I got more active. Last time though, I also think that in a sense, gave up before I got started. Um, I think going into it with the positive attitude and going into it as you know, just full charge, full pedal to the metal, all that, like I am this time, I think is going to help a little bit more. Uh, got a different attitude somewhat going into it because I know that I made it through last time. And because I was able to make it through what I did last time, including being almost hospitalized and pushed around in a wheelchair, I know that I can make it through it again. Um, I do have a little bit of a concern right this moment. They did not give me my white blood cell shot to help boost my white blood cells, and I was at like a 2.9 uh, yesterday going into or Monday going into chemo. Um, so my white blood cells are already low, but insurance is declining to pay. Terry's gonna probably end up on the phone trying to fight that because last thing we need to do is get sick and end up in the hospital, and yeah, that's usually not a good sign of anything, and it's going to cost the insurance more to get me out of that hospital unless they just want me to die, of course.
Well, yeah, because then they don't have to pay anymore.
Yeah, true. They don't have to pay if I die. They're done. So that's one fight we've got. That's for sure. I'm not. We're not going to let that be. That seems to be too important. You got to keep your white blood cells up. You gotta stay healthy. Um, but going into this and eating well, um, trying to keep a healthy weight on. Try making sure you get your rest that you need. It's all critical when you're fighting this, and that's pretty much that. Kathy said, "Yep, they told me it was permanent. I'm lucky. It's just my hands and feet. You're off of the oxyplatin and the Fulfox. That's good. It didn't work, but many works for many. So yeah. So let's go back to that, Kathy. So on my first round of chemo, they did not pull the genetics from the tumor. They did after they removed it, 2 years later. But on my first go round, they didn't do it. And I don't know if they didn't have the genetic testing 2 years ago or if they just didn't do it. Um, I the I don't know. I guess I need to find out. Um, Terry goes, well, how would they have gotten the genetics if they didn't cut it out? Well, they go in, and just like when they pull a sample, a biopsy, they could have got the genetics right then from the tumor and known what to fight. So with me, one of the drugs that they used on me did not work at all. And that drug not working at all, maybe that's the reason I've had these two reoccurrences too. See if it's on your phone. Um, okay, well, we may have just lost a little bit of business being on here, but we'll get it back. So oh, now my phone is locking up. And what happened here? And I should have answered it anyway. Can you guys all hear me still? That's the question. Yes, you can hear me still, right? Can you guys all hear me still? Okay. That's the question. So I'll keep talking. I guess I need to start putting my phone on airplane mode. Not sure why that didn't go to Terry as well. Usually our stuff goes hand in hand. Um, and I don't know how to I don't know what to do about getting the picture back. I don't know how to do this. Um, but we do have a question. How much would that shot be out of pocket? It's $2,300 for that shot. And that shot is, like I said, it's important, but I can't afford $2,300 every 2 weeks or every other week. Skittles, you're listening while you're doing chores. Good morning.
Go Skittles.
Yep, see, Skittles is moving. But yeah, I guess we're turning into Tony's Everyday Life radio show once again. So, um, anyway, not sure where I was going once again because I get off track and yes, squirrel and all that stuff. So, big thing this evening. Don't forget at 5 o'clock Arizona time, we are gonna have Hank's bingo birthday party. So if you're gonna be tuning in for that, be ready. And you know, go in there and hit the notify button so that way it'll notify you when it's time, and that way you don't have to guess and miss out on that birthday party. Like I said, we're going to be playing bingo, and out of all the winners, we'll draw for one of the Tony's Everyday Life challenge coins, and that way you can get your own and and we'll keep giving those away and try to do some more community stuff like that. Yeah, don't Jason, Joyce, sorry. Joyce says, I don't imagine you can afford it. That's expensive. Yes. I mean, and you figure that I need 12 of those. So there goes 25 grand if I was to do it myself. Do we have any questions out there today? We don't Well, we got about 8 people signed in right now. It comes, people come and go. That's Oh, do we have? Nope. I just rewound the other one. Um, that's the beauty of the live is that people can watch this post and hopefully they'll be able to see me on the post show. And unlike this, the live one right now. But this will let you get some chores done so you don't have to watch and you can just listen. That works out good. Uh, anyway, so like I said, today we're going to work on getting that bingo out. I might go for a hike. If I go for a hike, I'll make a short video of it, I'm sure. Um, let's see what Kathy has to say here. So Kathy says it's interesting. Um, I'm in oncologist waiting room now. I know they did the genetic test. I think that I will ask her today. That would be good. Good luck sending prayers to you and Terry. Have We've got this. Yes, we do. We can beat this together. That's where I was going with that other one. So the genetic testing, they did not use the right kind of chemo the first time. Um, and now they've changed it up. So hopefully this time we kill it off. It actually does exactly what it's supposed to do. And maybe I can have no more, hey, you're cancer free, hey, wait a minute, no, you're not. I really need to beat this. I will continue doing my ivermectin and my fenbendazole as long as they test as being positive to my body. Maybe someday I won't necessarily teach you, but show you guys how we do kinesiology. And the reason I don't want to teach it is because if I'm doing it wrong in any way, any way at all, I I just don't want people to say, "Oh, you taught me wrong." Um, what I would prefer to do is show you and tell you to go and have somebody train you on how to do it. Um, that's one video though that we can do here pretty soon. Another one I'm trying to get Terry to do is one on intimacy and chemotherapy. Uh, she's really thrilled about it. Like I said, she's not quite as open as I am, but give me your thoughts on that one. Is that a video that you feel people need? Um, I feel it is because there's a lot of people. It's already a 30% of chemo patients in the United States have a decline of sexual health or sexual appetite, whatever. Um, and it's something that intimacy is very important in a relationship. Um, and when that goes to the wayside and you're fighting cancer and everything else, I just feel that it's something that people need to know is still possible, still safe. Um, it will come down to an individual basis, but it's something that I want to do a video on and discuss candidly with Terry. Um, so, what do you think about that? Is that a video that you'd want to see?
Tell him no.
She's trying to get out of it pretty hard.
You
What
have to bribe me.
bribe you? More yarn, I suppose.
I don't know. I don't know if that'd be enough.
Hmm. Oh, drop a comment about that if you will, please. I don't see anybody really commenting or laughing or smiling or nothing. Uh, I guess this is how people felt on radio, except they didn't get feedback coming through the screen every once in a while. But that's okay. Um, anything else I need to discuss today? I am making, I did, I have been putting together a video for week 1 of chemo. Uh, the just kind of going through and summarizing, showing me at the cancer center and all that stuff. So, after week 1, I'll get that one out to everybody so that way you guys can all check it out and see what that was about. Um, I'm kind of, I won't finish it up until um, later. I got to get through week 1 completely, basically it's 72 hours once the chemo is done that it's still in your body. So we'll see what happens with my tongue and everything. And then I can report on that and finish up that video. Skittle says I'm single, so LOL.
Go Skittles.
uh, um, but yeah, well, and I'll keep trying to get somebody on the show. I know Skittles doesn't want to go first, so we won't have her on here first. But we're gonna get somebody on here. I thought Squirrel Master was coming today, but you guys came and see me now, so everything kind of just went by the wayside. Um, so we'll see what's going on. I I'd love to get somebody on here. I really feel that discussing this and showing your journey and showing what you've been through will help you more than you could ever imagine. Um, so Joy put, I'm alone with my journey. So the video about sexual intimacy is not something I have thought about. Well, I could understand that. In those of you going through this alone, I feel for you. Um, and I'm glad to be here for you because you don't need to be alone. You're actually not alone. You're with us. You're with this community, and there's days we have a lot more people on here than others, and a lot of people are supporting each other. Um, there's a lot of good going on. You're not alone. You're actually with a lot more people than you think. You just may not have somebody sitting there right now next to you. Hopefully, my videos and some other people's videos are helping you get through this. And as you sit in the chair, you know I take it and um, just know that you're not alone. We're all fighting this together. um, and there's always these like this live. I do this live, and I guess it does help people. I wasn't sure how this live would end up. We've done almost 2 months of live. I actually started doing live on February 2nd, and I've only missed 1 or 2 days, and that's because of no internet service or whatever. And I hopefully this is doing good for people. Um, it's hard for me sometimes just because I'm sitting here talking, and like today I'm almost at half an hour talking. It helps when you guys throw comments up there, and it yeah, I can respond to those and give you insight on whatever is possible. Um, so yeah, that's that. I did not have to drink any more of my Enterades. I tell you, I speak of these highly, people. The Enterade is excellent. I haven't had to drink any more of them. That's how little the nausea, or how easily I was able to get rid of the nausea. Just so you know, from eating. So I'll take that and keep doing that for sure. But let me see Hank real quick. Everybody can say happy birthday to Hank in case they can't get there today. Hank will. He was kind of sleeping, people, so it's okay. Oh, yeah, there's Hank. Um, oh, you guys can't see Hank. I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot. I looked over at my other screen and said, "Whoops." Um,
Good going.
I'm sure it's doing good for people. It's helping me. Good. I'm glad, Joy. I'm glad that I'm able to help you. Um, and if there's anything we can discuss on here for you, throw some ideas up there, and we'll discuss them. But other than that, since we got a radio show today and a black screen, I'm gonna get off of here, and I'm gonna go do a little bit of stuff around the house and get ready. And after lunch, I'm gonna probably go for a hike and just make sure I can. And I know I can. I know I can get up to that coin. Um, Skittle says, "Happy birthday, Hank." Thank you. Um, we'll I'll get up there and touch that coin and just prove I can still do it. And I'm gonna start timing it and seeing if I'm slowing down any every other week, or every week that I go up there, every day I go up there. I am recording stuff in my little box there, so that way I can see the difference. And I'm just not gonna let it stop me. I got way too many things in life to do, way too many um, chores to do for Terry.
That's right. You gotta get all them honeydews done.
So I got to keep moving, um, and I got to stay healthy and beat this. I I feel that exercise is still very important when we're going through cancer treatment. Um, and that's, keep moving, people. You got to keep moving, keep doing what you love. If all you do is crochet, crochet like Dickens. Don't give it up. If
Definitely
you,
don't. Keeps
that's
you
coming from the
sane.
crochet person master over there, huh?
I'm not a master. It just what keeps me sane from hurting people.
Uh-huh. Um, so yeah, do whatever makes you feel good. And don't let anybody say you can't do it. Last time I went hunting, I went hiking. I just didn't hike as much. Skittles, I have 10 grandbabies. Ooh, congratulations.
Woo-hoo. I'm excited
You
for
got a lot to
grandbaby.
do. And I know they stayed with you the other day, a couple of them or one of them, and that'll keep you busy. So, other than that, I'm going to get out of here for the day. And you guys all have a great day. We'll see you this evening at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, I guess, is what we're on. Like I said, go hit that notify button on the next live, and that'll signal you and send you an alert to get on, and you can get your bingo card. And we're gonna play bingo, and we're gonna have a good time this evening, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow morning as well. Have a great day. Take care.